Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're gonna have a bit of like a girly chat whilst I'm getting ready to go to my auntie's for some dinner. I've just had a shower, as you can tell. I've washed my hair, so I need to style my hair, I need to do my makeup, everything else, but I've not got a long time. I've got about 40 minutes to get ready, which isn't too bad. I'm not planning on doing like a full face of makeup or anything because literally just going out for a couple of hours to my auntie's house. I'm not like going out, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I've actually not worn makeup for quite a long time now. Pretty much since I found out that I was pregnant, I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've worn makeup. It's literally, I've not wanted to do it. I've not wanted to put anything on my face. I don't know. It's just been a bit of an odd one really. So I hope you're all okay. I'm just putting on a little bit of moisturiser and that's pretty much going to be it for my makeup. I'm joking. For my face. I might put on like a little bit of, I think I might go with mascara today because it's not often I wear mascara. I've literally just cleaned these and now they feel dirty again. I love wearing glasses. Anyway, so someone wanted me to do like a little girly talk, have a little chat, just about life basically. Pregnancy, boyfriends, finances, how to afford your own house basically. I can't tell you the answer to the house one. This is actually a rented house. We rented the flat before, then we both went back to living with parents for just over 2 years, and now we have moved out back into like a rented, I was about to say accommodation, is that the right word? Rented accommodation, sounds more like a holiday home, don't it? We haven't bought. We would love to buy, and we did look into potentially doing that, but we weren't accepted for a mortgage, which is absolutely fine. We're just going to try again in the next few years. So yeah, we're renting. Rent is so expensive nowadays, isn't it? I actually can't believe how expensive it is. If you're close to me, then you'll probably know how much my rent is. I don't feel completely comfortable with saying it on my channel, how much we're going to pay. But it's a lot. It's a lot compared to the flat. I don't even know if I put on how much we were paying for the flat, but the flat was a decent amount looking back. And when we found out about how much the house rent was, look at how long that hair is. Oh my God. Yeah, when we found out about how much the rent would be for here, we were like, sorry, what? But it is definitely worth it. Obviously, it's a few years later. We've got inflation, and compared to a 2-bed flat, we're now in a 3-bed house with a garden. Yeah, 3-bed house with a garden. So we have like had a massive like improvement as such. I mean, it depends what you're going for, whether it be an improvement or not. But at the moment, my only advice for affording a house, obviously if you're wanting to buy, I'm not really the best person to ask about that, but obviously save literally as much as you can, because one of my friends bought a house and he was like, I can't believe how expensive it is. It's just mental. Because not only have you got to do the whole deposit and everything, which he put down a massive deposit, but he has like no dependents, no partner or anything. He literally just saved everything. Oh my God, look at that. Don't know if you can see that or not, but that is a long eyebrow. Oh my, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he might even be watching this. He saved up a fairly good amount, and even he's saying like it's so expensive. Like if you're going to buy a house, make sure that you're like fully committed to it, because it's a lot. It's not just the deposit, it's everything else, paying the people involved and hidden fees and everything. Yeah, it's just a bit crazy. So yeah, we are renting. Yeah, just save as much as you can, which is what we're hoping to do. We're hoping to save for a deposit whilst renting, which some months will be okay, some months it won't be possible because of life. But yeah, we're getting there. Pregnancy. I am currently in my 20th week of pregnancy. It's going really well. Got my scan on Friday, which is in 2 days' time. So I am very excited for that, but I'm also, I don't want concealer on actually. I just want brows, lashes and a little bit lip. Yeah, I am excited. I am a bit nervous just because obviously you want everything to be perfect, and I don't know if it is going to be, but every scan that we've been to, there have been no abnormalities at the time. They've said like everything's absolutely fine, so I'm just hoping that will be the same. Yeah, it's one of them. I just hope everything's okay. So yeah, pregnancy is going well. I have had a backache recently. I've had this week off work so far, and on, I think it was Monday, I had the best 2-hour nap of my life. It was brilliant. I did have to get up early because I had a hospital appointment to do with my urology. If you don't know, before pregnancy, I suffered really chronically with UTIs, water infections, and I was put on a tablet called Hyprex, or Hyprex, as he said on Monday. And when I got to the appointment, I was like, I've had 2 water infections since I've been pregnant. Luckily, no temperature or anything with them or anything like that. But is there any possible chance that I could have some sort of medication that is safe in pregnancy, like Hyprex? And he basically said no, because they don't want anyone to be on any sort of medication that's not needed, that might may affect the fetus, which I was like, I get that. So is what it is. Hopefully I won't have any more water infections during the pregnancy, but if I do, I know to go to the doctor straight away and get some antibiotics. So yeah, all is well, all is good. I don't think anyone can ever really say they had like an extremely smooth pregnancy. Like, there'll be a few out there that will, but I'm just very grateful that I never had like morning sickness or anything like that. I felt sick, but I was never actually sick, so that's really good. So yeah, I've been very, very lucky actually with my pregnancy. And Dom said to me the other day, obviously, you know, we're halfway through this pregnancy. Do you think you'd be able to do it again for future children? I was like, well, obviously, you know, get this one out the way first. But I said, yeah, like if my future pregnancies, hopefully I will have more, or anything like this pregnancy that I'm currently experiencing, I would quite happily have like another 1 or 2 children, because we originally wanted like 3 or 4 kids, which is still pretty much the same. But it's weird because now that I'm pregnant with my little girl, I'm like, I can't understand how, obviously I love her so much already, it's crazy. Like, I've never loved anything so much in my life. Obviously I love my family, I love my partner and everything like that, but it's like a different kind of love. And I, at the minute, struggle to see how I could share that love with any more children. Obviously I will, but yeah, it's one of them things really. So yeah, pregnancy's going well, and yeah, everything so far is going to plan. We do need to buy some more stuff. At the minute, she's got loads of 0 to 3 month clothes, outfits, sleep suits, vests, all that sort of stuff. Because I counted, I have been given loads of stuff. So if you're watching this and you have given me stuff, thank you so much. But we're lacking with the newborn department, which she might not even fit into. I don't know. Some babies come out that big that they skip that and just go straight to 0 to 3. I don't think that'll be the case for us. When we went for the gender scan at 16 weeks, they said that we've got a tiny skinny baby. So I feel like she is going to be, obviously it depends when I have her, she is going to be in newborn clothes for a bit, I feel. But you just don't know. She's got another 20 weeks of growing, fingers crossed. Hopefully no complications happen or anything and she's fine. I've got loads of like dry skin right up here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can see it all like flaking off. I'm not a tramp, I promise. I'm just hoping that everything, like the rest of the journey, half the journey that we've got left, is smooth, that everything goes fine. And people keep saying, what's your birth plan? Honestly, just to get her out safely and for us to both be, you know, happy and healthy. I do have a massive fear of like stitches and injuries and stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of people have said that C-sections are amazing, but in my eyes, I'm like, well, that involves being cut open and then being stitched back up. And I'm like, don't really want to be doing that, to be honest. But honestly, I feel like when you're in that situation, you'll do whatever you can to keep, I mean, especially the baby, but you safe as well. So I'm sort of like, I've had 2 operations and I've got through them. You know, if I have to do something to keep us both safe, then I will. Like, do you know what I mean? So I have not got a birth plan as of yet. I've heard a lot of people say if they offer you drugs, you take them. So I'm like, banging. But yeah, it's just one of them. Right, I'm going to do my hair. I've just dried my hair with my Dyson. I feel like I want to straighten it today because the last time I did my hair, I curled it. So I kind of want to switch it up a little bit. There was something that I wanted to talk about, which is also, it's pregnancy related, but also not. What is that? I've been noticing that on my face for a little while now. I think it's like a little scratch or something. So if you haven't watched my channel before, or if you're quite new to it, I have PCOS. One of my symptoms in PCOS is that I do grow excessive like body hair in places that I don't want to. And I've noticed, not straight away, but within the first few months, that my face hair, especially my chin area and also my neck area, I mean, I am looking in my mirror and I'm like, I've missed a lot of neck hairs while shaving today. They have grown a lot quicker again. I think because obviously my hormones are changing so quickly and they're just absolutely raging. And then obviously I've not been able to have my laser hair removal treatment because I'm pregnant. It's just gone wild. So yeah, that is something that I wanted to bring up. It's not a nice thing, but it's something that I have to put up with temporarily. I know that once she's here, I'll be able to start back up on my treatments. So that's good. It's not like a forever thing. But yeah, it's just something that I wanted to bring up just in case anyone is in the same boat but is then like scared or panicking or whatever. Someone said to speak about boyfriends and like how my relationship is going. My relationship is actually probably the best it's ever been, like ever. Obviously we did live in the flat together, then we moved back into parents' houses and it was all a bit higgledy-piggledy. But we were talking about moving out before we found out that we were pregnant. And then we said that we'd hopefully get the ball rolling once we've saved up a little bit. that's obviously where the whole mortgage thing came into play. And I think at the time we could be accepted for a mortgage, but it was very, very low. So we were like, oh, okay, we'll get like a little starter, that tiny little thing. So then we said, okay, we'll start the whole process like early next year sort of thing. We'll give one last Christmas at our like own family home sort of thing, and then we'll get the ball rolling. Then obviously in May, found out that I was pregnant, and he was like, when do you want to move out now? And I was like, well, it's gonna have to be before Christmas because she's due in February. So yeah, luckily we gave it a couple of months. We managed to find this house like pretty quickly, to be fair. We applied for a viewing and it went off the market, and we were like, oh, okay. And we got an email basically saying that the landlord wanted to do some works on like the property, and he didn't want to leave it on the market whilst he was doing so, but then it's now back up. So we're like, oh, okay. So we booked for a viewing, got the viewing like the very next day. I think we viewed on the Friday, and they said, if you want to apply for it, I would be really quick because there has been a fair few viewings. Now, obviously they say that regardless anyway because they want to get the house gone. But we applied on the following Monday because obviously the weekend, no one works at the weekend with estate agent stuff. And pretty much on the Tuesday, we found out that we'd got the house. Like, it was like, okay, do this, do that, all the checks, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so we're very, very grateful. But yeah, my point being, our relationship was it was brilliant anyway, because obviously we were talking about moving out before we found out about the baby. But then since we found out about the baby, it's just got like better and better. And now I feel like we're at a very, like, we're almost at a phase of, obviously we're not married, but apart from that, the relationship is like the best it's ever been sort of thing. Like, we don't argue. We have our odd little squabbles, maybe about, you know, can you do the washing up please? That sort of thing. He'll sort of moan and be like, oh, you don't need the heating on, just put a jumper on sort of thing, because I have been found guilty before for putting the heating on and I'll be in like my pyjamas with like no jumper or anything. I'm like, I could use stuff before putting the heating on basically. Yeah, we'll have like the odd little, I wouldn't even call it a squabble. I'd just say like a little debate or something. But apart from that, we get along like best mates. Like, I think having the time apart made us realise how much we're like supposed to be together, and, you know, how much we do work. But obviously with all relationships, it takes a lot of effort and stuff. Well, I don't know, it doesn't really take effort, but you have to keep working at it. We have to keep, obviously, dating each other, impressing each other, like going out. We haven't actually been out since we've moved in, but he did say the other day we need to go like out somewhere for like dinner or like the cinema or something, just to get us out of the house, because we don't want to slip into old ways when we're at the flat. I think obviously we had lockdown and stuff, but there were a lot of times where we sort of looked at each other and were like, we live together, but apart from that, we don't really do anything together. And yeah, we're just very conscious that this time we want to do things differently. And, you know, we're just very mindful that, you know, we want to make things work, and we have got to work at stuff, do things that we maybe don't want to do sometimes, like the washing up. Now that we have a house with a garden, we've got to do the gardening as well. But luckily we're in the end of September, so hopefully one more lawn mower and we won't have to do it until next year. that's pretty much all I've got to talk about really when it comes to this girl talk sort of thing. That's all the makeup that I'm doing. I've just done a little bit of lashes and I've done my brows, but like I said, I'm not really going out anywhere fancy. I don't really fancy sitting there with foundation on my face because I'm still sort of at that stage of can't stand anything tight. We'll do a quick bump update. This is the bump. This is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure I've had this t-shirt for years. I'm pretty sure it's supposed, oh, it's raining outside. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a size 12 or 14. But when I first got this top, it was like baggy on me. Now it's like definitely not baggy on me. But yeah, she's definitely growing. I need to learn how to pull these up to the absolute max because a lot of the time I don't, but then I've got all this extra material up here. I hope that I was sort of able to have a little girly chit chat with you all, maybe clear some things up about pregnancy, boyfriends, house related stuff. I'm gonna let you guys go because this is the part where I just start talking rubbish. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you liked this video and if you want more like this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.